Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily, the first English news program in Poland. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. The attempted smear campaign launched by the total opposition, along with their supporting media outlet, to discredit Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki with the publishing of a 5-year-old recording of his conversations has proved unfruitful. Meanwhile, the civic platform politicians were caught red-handed with the new tape surfacing today containing inconvenient facts damaging the opposition party.
The public news outlet tvp.info has revealed that they have accessed new recordings from the Sowa i Przyjaciele restaurant. The tapes contained the conversation between Sławomir Nowak, the then Minister of Transport in the previous Civic Platform government, and the advisor to the Civic Platform party, Szymon Milczanowski. The recording concerns the information about the Government Protection Bureau and Tomasz Arabski, who would fly to Gdańsk for free, courtesy of the state organization. Yeah, they made us feel like they want to kill us all. They really disrupted things. It was all a hoax. Just don't tell anyone who told you about this. Just so that Arab could fly to Gdańsk using the bureau's money. He also got security at that point. Right, because he was penniless then. According to Paweł Mucha, the deputy chief of the Chancellery of the President, this is a shocking recording which only shows how bad was Poland's condition during the Civic Platform and Polish People's Party coalition rule. This shows the condition our country was in during their rule. It is now obvious that something very bad was going on, some illegal matters, but no actions were taken. On the contrary, that subject matter was taken very lightly and without proper seriousness. It remains to be seen whether any more tapes will surface in the days to come. We can only hope that the public will not grow indifferent to those recordings which include scandalous content.
The coalition of the Civic Platform and the modern parties held a political convention prior to the upcoming municipal elections. Leaders of the opposition parties gave their speeches, yet failed to mention the ongoing investigations concerning the reprivatization scandal in which many of their politicians were involved.
In his speech, the leader of the Civic Platform party, Grzegorz Schetyna, gave his thanks to the current president of Warsaw, Hanna Gronkiewicz-Waltz, for the changes she's made in the capital. However, he did not mention her administration's involvement in the reprivatization scandal, which left thousands of people without a roof over their heads. It's Madam President who was up to the task of making the capital of Poland great alongside her fellow citizens. It was her who got the EU funds for the improvement of Warsaw. She made this city a place friendly to people. Grzegorz Schetyna also added that at every meeting with voters he talks about his party's humility. There was also no shortage of election promises concerning policies that the Civic Platform previously deemed as impossible to do with the country's budget. There are matters that we weren't able to finish, matters that we didn't give enough time to. When we ruled, we made some mistakes, but our voters taught us a valuable lesson. We won't be returning to the subject of raising the retirement age. We want to guarantee that we will expand the 500+ benefit program. The first round of municipal elections will take place in 2 weeks' time, on the 21st of October.
The tall ship nowe, set to promote Poland and the centenary of Poland regaining its independence, has met its halfway mark around the world. It has now sailed nearly 20,000 nautical miles since leaving the port of Gdynia in May and is on its way to the west coast of the United States.
The Polish tall ship aiming to promote the country as it celebrates 100 years of independence has reached the halfway point on its cruise around the world. The Dar Młodzieży has now sailed 19,000 nautical miles and visited 12 ports on its second journey to circumnavigate the globe, the latest being the Indonesian capital, Jakarta, state television broadcaster TVP reported. The ship will soon head for the western coast of the United States and then to Panama for the Catholic Church's World Youth Day in January 2019. The ship has been greeted by crowds when pulling into port, according to TVP. Dar Młodzieży left the Polish Baltic port of Gdynia in May. This year, Poland marks the centenary of regaining its independence in 1918 after more than 120 years of petitions and foreign rule.
Brett Kavanaugh was officially sworn in as the U.S. Supreme Court Justice on Saturday, October 6th, after a twist and turn of events. The Senate has confirmed him to the court after week-long investigations into the sexual assault claim filed by the opposition party that led to no cooperative evidence.
Brett M. Kavanaugh of Maryland is to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, confirmed by a 50-48 vote. Brett Kavanaugh, the embattled U.S. Supreme Court nominee put forward by President Donald Trump, won the Senate confirmation on Saturday, October 6th, weathering sexual misconduct accusations and criticism of his character and temperament. According to experts, President Donald Trump appointed Kavanaugh this year on July, an eminent constitutionalist judge at Court of Appeals of the Capitol's District, hoping that the nomination will be quickly approved by the Senate for him to join the group of judges of the Supreme Court before the start of the autumn session of the court on October 1st. Hopes were dissipated in mid-September by the annunciation of 51-year-old Kristen Ford, currently a psychology lecturer at the University of Palo Alto, California. In an interview with the Washington Post, Ford accused Brett Kavanaugh of sexual assault 36 years ago. Dr. Ford maintained her allegations during a special session of the Senate Committee on Justice. Testifying under oath at the same committee meeting, Kavanaugh stated that the charges of Dr. Ford and two other women who had accused him of similar conduct were unfounded. Dr. Ford's allegations were not confirmed by an ad hoc investigation by the FBI at the request of the Senate, while all the witnesses appointed by Ford testified under oath to not having substantiated evidence nor memories of the claimed incident.
That's it for today. See you next time on Poland Daily. But stay tuned for the Poland Daily Weather Report.